What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help you go to the next level in your life. The choice is yours on which door you're going to walk towards. But eventually, you'll get tired of going through the same one. So listen, before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. So, hey, look. The title of this video is going to be, I speak a lot about controlling your emotions in my videos, right? Because oftentimes I'm speaking to my age group. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that because we didn't know how to handle and control our emotions when we were young, what happens is a lot of us have grew up in the physical body, but mentally we're still children. So the reverse goes for, you know what I'm saying, teaching your children. If you as an adult know how to manage your emotions, you're also empathetic to a child learning how to process their emotions. You cannot teach them how to manage their emotions and their children, because what happens is the same thing that happened to us. They're taught to not be able to show emotion. So then when they become older, they are out of control adults because they didn't know how to process their emotions when they were young. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel empathy. It's okay to be sad. As kids and as adults, we need to have more compassion to that instead of basically making their emotions be ours, because we didn't have no one teach us how to handle our emotions. We don't know how to help them process theirs. So they're looking like a deer in the headlights, all confused because they're feeling some emotion and they don't know how to control it or balance it, because we don't know how to control and balance ours. That's why it's very important that you figure that out. Also, it's not healthy to pass your emotions on to others. Like, as an adult, because you don't know how to handle your emotions, do not pass that on to your children as if they're supposed to teach you how to figure out how to handle your emotions. That is not the way it goes, and it will cause a lot of confusion on them and as well as you. Like, a lot of children who feel as if they have to carry the weight of what their parents go through, when they become adults, they do not know how to live, because they're constantly doing everything they can to make sure they please their parent instead of living life for their own selves and doing things that makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I have a very strict type of rule when it comes to me. I can handle me. I can process and get through things that I've caused for myself and figure it out. I do not allow my child to carry the burden of me and worry about me and constantly feel as if their whole life has to stop because of me. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. I do not want to hold you captive in any type of way, physically, emotionally, however, because of me not being able to process what I need to process in my own life. You know what I'm saying? That is like keeping a person in prison mentally, and you're the damn warden and they're the inmate. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important to get a hold on your own life and your emotions, because if you don't, you're subconsciously automatically gonna put them onto your children, and you're not gonna allow them to be free. You're gonna constantly control them because you have depended on them to pacify your emotions when you're a grown-ass motherfucker. But because you weren't taught that, you know what I'm saying? It's subconsciously done. And then you don't see what happens until the kids start to grow up and they want to live their own lives, but they too busy trying to accompany yours, and you're trying to live your own life. Like, it's a system designed and set up like that to where it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that we support children and let them know it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel emotion. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. You know what I'm saying? But teach them different coping ways to calm themselves down. after they've had an outburst or they went through something emotionally. Because if you leave those emotions unattended, they are gonna not know how to get them out, and that's either gonna leave them, searching for a way to find themselves through someone else. You know what I'm saying? Searching for a way to, get into some trouble that they don't have no business getting into. It's just a different outlet to try to find a way to release those emotions, because they were not allowed to fully process their emotions under the guidance of maybe an adult that was supposed to be monitoring them to handle life in a successful way. Listen, it's no one's fault. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just what we were taught. But now it's as if learning new wisdom and learning new keys to the game is going to be important. If you love yourself enough to understand that you may not have got some things, but now that you have, you can pass it on to your young lives. And they can learn how to live a life not in fear, not pacifying their emotions on others, not looking for a way out of who they truly are through someone else. Solely understand that without that knowledge, it's going to happen like that, especially if you're one who avoids their emotions. And it's a lot easier for you to, blackball them onto someone else closest to you, and you keep them in a net, because the moment that you come face to face with those emotions, you don't know what the fuck to do. It's almost scary. So you have to keep someone around you 24/7, so you do not have to deal with those emotions alone, because you don't know how. It's like a prisoner inside a prison and not able to get out in the mind. You feel me? Same way as real prison actually works. It's real. And it do exist. It's just certain emotions can get out of control and cause people to hurt people. So they have a certain plantation, should I say, for people who don't know how to handle their emotions and act out of control. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really think about it. As children, when you're trying to find your way in the world, the automatic thing to do is to console your emotions to a parent when you feel like you don't know how, because you're automatically looking to guidance from them to help you, because you don't have no fucking idea what you're doing. And it's building up too much. You know what I'm saying? But just to think how, as adults, when we don't know how to control our emotions, that we tend to shut our kids down. We tend to make them feel less than. We yell at them. We make them feel like they can't experience what they're experiencing. Listen, don't flip them gender roles on little boys and little girls. Little boys have the right to cry. They have the right to feel emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't teach that little boy how to be a strong man, and now he out here, taking his aggression into adulthood. So now he might or might not be beating the shit out of his baby mama, because he didn't have an outlet to get those emotions out when he was young. You know what I'm saying? That little girl, it's okay to process your emotions. You're not too sensitive. It's nothing wrong with you. Or else little Keisha gonna end up pregnant at the age of 14, because she thinks that finding her emotions out is through having intercourse with a boy who pretends to love her. Listen, those are the things that truly happens in this world when people do not know how to handle their emotions, especially young children. You know what I'm saying? It's very important for us at some point to learn how to handle our emotions, especially when we become adults, because the karma of the life we chose to live when we didn't know how to handle our emotions are going to be double backed to us through our children. So now it's like, since you didn't know then, you can take what you know now and you can help them evolve into a better person. That's all it is. If you want a better life for your children than the one you had, give them that game instead of dressing them up in the flyest clothes. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. I get it. You feel me? Nothing wrong with kids being cute. But I didn't seen it a lot in my life where the kids was decked out and they bad as fuck. Cussing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stealing and shit. Like, don't have no morals, no principles about nothing. But they look fly as shit. Understand and realize that type of behavior is going to lead to something in the future that you might not have no control over. So understand, while you getting them fresh to death, teach them morals, teach them respect, teach them integrity. You know what I'm saying? Teach them how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't get that under control, they gonna run into the wrong person, and their game gonna get woken up. You know what I'm saying? I feel as if it's a influx of change in the world these days. It might not be violence like how it was when we was growing up. It was a ton of it. But it's still out there. You can't act like it don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Some people are still truly fucking angry. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll have a truth teller. Somebody that's going to tell you the fucking truth and hurt your goddamn feelings because you've been under this illusion for hella long. Have you ever realized that some people get mad when you tell them the truth? It's because they realize the fact that you told them the truth. They just never thought that they would have to face that shit. So they mad at you because you told they ass the truth. You feel me? It's weird, but it's honest. So my videos really pretty much pertain to my age group just because I know for a fact all of us didn't know how to control our emotions. I especially didn't. You know what I'm saying? And it caused a lot of situations that I could have got under control if I figured out how to control my emotions and operate in a certain way that people are able to see the results of what they do without trying to manipulate the situation. You know what I'm saying? And so since I figured out that key in life, it is now my understanding to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, I teach my young life how to handle her emotions. Because if you stuff them in, I promise you, as young children, because your parents don't know how to handle them, they might grow up in the world and be extremely dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And you can't always take the rap for them just because you think you there for them as children. These little babies at some point are going to grow up. And they're going to make choices that are not going to have anything to do with us. You know what I'm saying? You have to be wise enough in understanding that these are humans. I don't care if you birthed them, carried them for 9 months. I don't care how that go. They're human beings, period. Aside from us giving birth to them, or they are our kids. You know what I'm saying? You have to teach them the algorithm to life. Not the one where you put that shit on and then mentally you know where to be found. So you look good as fuck, but it's hard to have a conversation with you. You use avoidance, you finesse, you manipulate. Like at some point that shit is going to fade and fast, and they're going to encounter someone that's going to be like, what the fuck is you on? You know what I'm saying? And I would hope people don't want that for their children. I would hope. You know what I'm saying? But then I have to also understand I'm me. I can't be duplicated. Ain't no everybody going to be on the same wavelength as me. You know what I'm saying? But I know and understand that my method in the way that I choose to raise mine is going to help her be a independent individual. With the game and the knowledge that I give to her, she will be all right in life. You won't have to worry about your kids when you leave this earth if you know that deep down inside you didn't give them the correct tools to handle their self in life. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get a bag. All that shit, it's nothing. You feel me? They got the mentality. Listen, my baby got the mentality, bro. She know how to put some shit together and make some money. We learned that shit. You feel me? From my grandma basically helping us sell candy, all types of shit. So getting the money is not an issue. Learning something is not an issue. But what we didn't learn is how to handle our emotions. You feel me? Pacify those, run from those, and act like they don't exist until you get to a point in life where now you don't know how to control them and they're affecting every point of your life to where you can't even hold down a simple friendship. You can't be in a relationship. Nobody wants to be around you because you don't know how to control your emotions. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that for your children because in the end, it's going to hurt and it's going to be a repeated cycle. You know? So listen, allow them to cry. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to, you feel me, show them some compassion in the beginning, but like switch both sides. If they fall and they scrub their knee and it's really bleeding hecka bad, you feel me? And they crying, let them cry. You feel me? And listen, clean it up, put the Band-Aid on it and tell them, you all right? You good? Okay, stop crying. You feel me? To let them know, listen, it's a time limit on those emotions. Because if you let them expand for hella long, like they skin their knee on the ground outside or something, and they go in the room and they spend all day tripping about them skinning their knee. You know what I'm saying? That type of behavior will last towards more difficult situations as they get older, and you don't want that. because you have to figure out how to, you feel me, overcome that and then reach for the next goal by maybe repeating it but doing it in a smarter way. But handling your emotions is something that should be taught at a young age. Doesn't mean don't have them. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel. It's okay to, you feel me, have emotions. It's to be sad, depressed. It's okay. That is perfectly okay. It's a natural human emotion. And if they learn how to express it early, when they get older, they'll know how, when, and where to handle their emotions to where it's not affecting their life. I think that's a very important logical tool that needs to be taught, because I see it in a lot of adults my age. We little kids trapped in fucking adult bodies. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to control nothing. We don't know how to communicate nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ours is solely dictated off of, I tell you what to do, and that's it. And you control me. That's it. Listen, no. You feel me? It's backwards. It's the wrong way. It's okay to you feel me, show your emotions to yourself. If you have to wait till they sleep and you in the shower and you cry because you experienced something, that's fine. But by the time you get out that shower, that shit better be together. You know what I'm saying? But you experienced it, you feel it, you're still alive, you had the chance to go to sleep and wake up and be better. You know what I'm saying? You have to teach children how to handle their emotions, because I know from experience, if you do not teach them at a young age how to handle their emotions, they'll stuff in everything. You know what I'm saying? They won't tell you nothing. They won't admit anything. They'll just be a complete shell of themselves because they were not taught how to handle their emotions. And if they keep going in that route, it's going to affect them later in life. You know what I'm saying? And it's something I don't want. You're going to have to take accountability. You're going to have to understand what you do, which means, you know what I'm saying? If you're feeling something for the day, or, you know, it's okay to be open with me. Communicate. Tell me. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings by being honest with me. That's what I want you to do. If you can't be honest with your parents, it's gonna make it harder for you to be honest in the outside world. So you're gonna sugarcoat, manipulate, and finesse. Listen, allow your kids to be as open as possible with you, because that helps them use their voice in the outside world, which can protect them from going down the wrong road. If something is being done and they don't like it, you feel me? Let them know it's okay to tell that person, look, I'm cool. You feel me? I'm not cool with that. I'm out of here. Because if they don't, they'll be quiet and they'll act like it's cool. They're gonna experience it. They're gonna go through things. That's just a part of life. But I think it is very important as adults to teach your children how to handle their emotions, and also do not allow your children to be your minions and your fall guys for you not being able to handle your emotions, because what's happening is everybody in that motherfucker is kids. And you stay stuck in that mental state to where it's almost as if when they get to a certain age and they want to venture off and live their own life, you won't know what the fuck to do, because you've been dependent on this little child for so long, and they've been dependent on you that they don't know how to live their own life. They don't even know where to start, because they've been like a crutch to you the whole time. Absolutely not. My child will not live for me, and she will not go down the same path as me, and she will be as free enough to live her life. The only job I have to do is teach her how to be a successful adult, and you feel me, protect her straight like that. It's not only my job to protect children, it's also the dad's responsibility too. But you have to understand, as adults, if we do not know how to process our emotions, it's not helpful for the child. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll be taking them down the same path we went through. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.